Good day, my fellow Thomas fans, and today I shall be reviewing Victor Tanzig's Stories of Sodor Season 1, but I shall not be alone. I shall be joined by my good friends Will Thomas199 and Wooden where I remake some reviews. Will tells us what it's like to be a true Victor Tanzig fan, and Ryan's prepared a little game for us to play, so it's all very good stuff. Pretty major spoilers for almost everything Victor Tanzig's made, so enter at your own risk. Enjoy! Hello, and welcome back to another review. Joining me today is Will Thomas199.
Hello.
And Wooden Way Remakes and Reviews.
I'm fat and American.
It's all true. So, today we shall be reviewing Victor Tanzig, The Stories of Sodor, Season 1. And I've been meaning to do this review for ages.
So have I.
but here
I've
we
been
are.
meaning to do this review ever since I saw the text from Barney.
And here we all are, on my channel. In case you don't know what the Stories of Sodor is, it's about, the two companies, the LMS and the LNER, on Sodor during, 1930s is this first season?
30s.
Yeah, 30s.
It's the 30s, because the second season ends right before World War II.
Yeah. They're fighting. It's basically I was gonna say it's like Tugs, but with Thomas. But no, it is Tugs with Thomas because that's literally his reference. Like
the train, for its type, is the most powerful vehicle on land.
And the Star Tugs are the power behind the docks and waterways that make up the big city port.
These are the Stories of Sodor.
This is Tugs.
the whole series is basically it's just Thomas with Tugs. So it's the two companies.
Oh, right off the bat, I really love this series, but I hate kind of how he does the Tugs intro. I hate people, I don't mind that he uses, the Tugs theme, but he says,
the Tugs theme's great. Divert.
It's not that he uses the Tugs theme, is that it's what he says. The engine, for its type. I hate when people do that.
The most powerful vehicle on land.
He says train.
Oh, yeah.
The train, engine, tomato. But it was what... However, I like the intro way more because it was so much worse in Stories of War when he was like, World War II, for its type.
Yeah, he was trying to tie it in. I
would have loved that.
The Second World War for I don't remember the intro. For
its type was and still is the bloodiest war.
The worst crap to ever go down.
The Second World War, for its type, was and still remains the most devastating conflict in history.
So how did we all come to this series? Did you first watch it when it was coming out, or are you simply watching it for the purpose of this review?
I watched it for the purpose of the review, but I really, really liked it, and it's probably my favorite series right now. I've been binge watching.
I do believe, Will, you have the same opinion, do you not?
Yes, but I've been watching it for quite a while. I've been watching it since, I believe, Stories of Sodor Season 1 Goods came out.
Okay, so I think I started watching it around when Season 1 ended, because I remember, starting through it, thinking I'd watched all the episodes, and then I think Luck came out, and I was like, oh, there's another episode, cool.
I remember...
So, yeah, me and Will have been around, since... early 2017 was when it started, I believe.
Yes.
Well, of course I've heard about Stories of Sodor.
We've both talked about it to you, but you have never.
But I was just like, who's this Victor Tanzig guy? And I was very put off from the fact that he uses trains, and I was trains.
You used to
nobody. I never watched Trains series until I forget who it was. But somebody made an Arsdale episode. I'm like, nobody can do this in Wooden Railway. Nobody can have Frank, Jock, Mike, Rex, Bert, and then Blisters 1 and 2, and whatever the one Daisy car looks like. And then I started watching more trains, and then eventually Bodie was like, "Hey guys, watch Stories of Sodor because I need people to do a review with me," and so I did.
and here we are. I mean,
A week later, I've watched everything. I literally just finished.
yeah, Ryan literally this morning you finished watching everything or something.
Yeah, I did. This morning I finished Choices, and so.
Oh yes, I'd just like to point out, I said I started with Goods, that was the old version. That was the old version.
Ooh, I have not watched those original versions for a while, and I probably should have in preparation for this review, but I mean, I didn't.
I don't know what the original version is. I watched the playlist, goddammit.
Before we jump into the whole thing, Will, would you like to briefly tell us what the original versions are like? Are they better than the current?
They are. Well, Victor re-uploaded them, but he fixed the narration.
Oh yeah, apparently the narration was really fast.
The narration was really fast and stuff, and he made.
You know what? I've actually noticed that. If he's.
So.
I noticed that if he's saying long words, if he's saying long words, he'll kind of mumble them. He has really clear pronunciation, but when he's saying longer words, especially when he's girl characters, he mumbles them.
Oh, okay. We'll get to voice acting in a minute.
I love how he said I know this is not season 1, but I love in Armaments, I think the episode is. Let me check. It is. Yeah,
Armaments.
Yeah, something like that. And James is telling his story, and I love the way he says Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway.
Oh, no, he pronounces the sheer bit differently.
Yeah.
I'll add a clip in, and it's Lancashire, Yorkshire.
It was back when I was part of the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway.
Now that we're talking about the voice acting, we might as well talk about it.
How do you feel about him as a voice actor?
I feel like he's really good. He has a lot of versatility when it comes to voice acting.
For those who don't know, he narrates it, he does all the voice acting. I think it's pretty well done to an extent when he does.
Some of the voices are a little too similar to Tug's for my liking.
Well, I mean, that is kind of the point, but
That's true, but Henry, for instance.
Henry's great. I love his voice in Stories of Sodor way more than I do in the show.
I would say it's these dodgy points, but I'm sure it's no coincidence Adam and Colin were here right before it happened.
I'm not sure. Zip and Zug were giving me a hand. The next thing I knew, I was on the sandbank.
I love Henry's voice, but let's just say I wasn't expecting it to sound.
I mean, I did an audition for, I think, Ryan, and I did.
Yeah, I was about to say I was expecting it because Barney did an audition for me with a Scottish Henry voice. I didn't like it back then, but somebody commented you copied Victor Tanzig.
No, it's genuine reasoning, because he says that, I know this is actual canon as well, that Henry's of LMS design, so therefore he is Scottish.
Technically, he's a bit of both.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but he's not going to be oh, you wee lad, can we go to the ice cream store?
I mean, I would love that.
You know what does kind of get annoying sometimes? How he rolls out everything at the end of James. He's my name is James. And rolls out everything at the end of the sentence.
He rolls so many, like I said before, with when he says Lancashire and Yorkshire, got Lancashire.
And I can never take Mr. Zorro seriously.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to do the Captain Zero voice, and he doesn't quite do it. Captain Zero is very like this. He's apparently from Iceland or something, and then he does
Captain Zero as if he's some sort of Chinese person.
Now listen to me and listen good. The Starfleet are about to get the ocean liner contract.
This is a huge opportunity for them, and I'm not happy.
And I don't, yeah. It doesn't quite work.
Yeah, but like he's like, but he says like I have lung cancer in that voice. I just can't take him seriously. That's the problem.
The voice is so silly anyway. I think that's the point in Tugs, that Captain Zero is meant to be this really antagonistic figure, and he's got...
Well, the thing is, when Mr. Zorro was an antagonist in like the first season, it was fine.
Oh yeah, but yeah, okay, spoil it. Now he's a good guy. He works with... Actually, no, he's retired, I think, at the moment, but
Actually, he died. Well, no.
No, he's not dead. He just has lung cancer.
Oh yeah, he's got cancer, doesn't he? Of course.
He did the chemotherapy thing.
Yeah, that's what you get for smoking.
Yes.
And I think it's a lesson to all of us that if you want lung cancer, then smoke away.
Make
Have a
Mr.
gay old
Zorro
time.
and smoke away.
If you want to retire as railway controller, but like you need a reason, just smoke a lot and bang, you have lung cancer.
Boom! I mean, feeling the stress, whip out a packet of Marlboros and like puff on.
No, I really like his Mr. Zorro and Captain Zero.
I like his voice for Mr. Zorro, but it's not great. I mean, it's very
well,
silly, but yeah.
I was going to do a series of Tug's things, like Tug's audio things, which never came into being.
Not really.
But I did get the lines recorded of Victor Tanzik and another YouTuber who I'll tell you, about their I can't speak. I got the audio. I got lines of Victor Tanzik and another YouTuber, James, because he was fan. Yes, James was fan, yeah. And he was actually really good at the Tug's voices, because they're basically Tom's voices.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about his voices for each?
You know what really doesn't work?
What?
I don't think since his voice is so like deep and distinct, it really doesn't work for women.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I think he should have a specifically
he only
female
does like
voice.
one woman's voice in season 1. He does Kate, but then he takes on like loads more.
You should get his friend. I think Victor, because I know you'll probably watch this, because I'll probably send
If you are,
to you.
Victor, thank you for watching.
But I think you should get your friend. I'm not sure of her name.
Shine
You
Ortiz.
featured her in one of your shorts. It was Travel.
Oh wait, sorry, no, she's in.
I'm not sure of her name, but I'd love if she did your female voices for you.
I think it has to be just him, because otherwise...
That'd be dandy.
It would just be weird having him voice all the characters except for like 3 female characters.
Okay,
So how do we feel about his voices for all of like the engines and stuff? We briefly talked about Henry and James, but how about everyone else?
Thomas.
I feel like it's not really as not as exciting, but like as interesting. Like, oh yeah, I really like the voice for Adam or Edward.
Oh, I really struggle telling like Reginald or Adam's voices apart because they're so similar.
Actually, that's a good point. I noticed this whilst I was watching books, but Adam, Reginald, and William all have the same face.
Yeah, they do actually.
I know that isn't.
It's not mind-boggling. Yeah, I did notice it a while ago, but
I didn't. It's not Victor Tanzik's fault. It's just something I noticed.
You know what? I was watching a scene. I don't know. It was Gordon and someone else. It might have been Gordon and Reginald.
Gordon and Reginald sound really similar as well.
But they have the exact same voice.
Like
I wasn't like
Jeremy Clarkson.
As dawn broke, the peace and serenity of this beautiful Ugandan morning was shattered by the bellow of a wild animal.
Clarkson!
I was getting something out of a drawer, so I couldn't actually see my screen, and so I just heard the exact same voice. I'm like, why does Gordon have this long ass line?
It's like in the first episode of Northwestern 04's Tales from the Superstation, that first episode where Will voices.
Where Merlin and
Gordon and Merlin, and it was.
I was like, why is like this character having such a long line? But no, it was him voicing two characters having a conversation.
Yeah.
But all in all, his voice acting is great. I feel like we've talked about the negative parts too much.
No, yeah, we have kind of like talked about all the bad. I mean, I think it is quite a task voicing all of the characters by yourself.
Yes, I agree.
And he does it very well for the most part.
So, moving on,
okay,
I have
Oh yeah, go on.
I have an interesting question. What do you think about Victor Tanzig handling like superstitial episodes?
Oh, as in like ghosts and stuff. Okay.
Like Ghost and Jinx and
Okay.
what?
Okay. We'll only talk about the ghost episode in this season. I mean.
Wait,
yeah, I know.
Luck and Jinx are in this one too.
Oh,
yeah, Jinx, Luck, and Ghost are all in this season.
I guess you're right. They are technically sort of supernatural episodes because I mean it's not normal having this lamp doing shit.
No, Luck is, I mean like anything that's not like considered like fiction. Things considered fiction. Like
Can I
Ghost.
say something?
What?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so me and Barney were talking about this about a few days ago now, but the lucky lamp has become
it's so bad nowadays.
No, we're talking about the lucky lamp, which was a focus of an episode.
It has a whole. I mean, I'm laying my cards out on the table. I love that episode. I think it's probably one of the best.
Wait, what did you just say, Barney?
I said that the episode with that.
No, before that.
I don't know, like laying my cards out on the table.
All right, I thought you said so. I just thought you said something a bit.
No. Okay.
A bit not family friendly, PG clean.
Oh my god.
Right, back to Stories of Sodor.
Okay. Well.
But the superstitial episodes.
Wait, are we using?
Really?
Wait, superstitial? You mean supernatural? I just realized superstitial means like super. Oh no, superstitious does kind of work. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant. That's what I did.
Oh,
mean, supernatural.
Okay, yeah, supernatural.
I guess it could kind. I guess superstitial could kind of work but you'd have to twist it a bit. So yeah, supernatural is what I meant.
Yeah, ghosty episodes.
But they're my least favorite by far. I don't like Ghost. That's my least favorite episode.
Oh, snap.
I don't like Jinx and I don't like Luck. I don't like it because he really doesn't set rules for it. That's the thing. If you are going to use Ghost in your series, you need to have clear rules, and you need to And there's because if you do stuff like that, it creates a lot of plot. They were even asking in the episode Ghost in the episode Ghost, they were asking why does crap? They're like,
right, guys,
if it's Arthur, why is he white and why does he have a 0?
I think that will be explained.
Yeah, in the last episode of season 3, they are. I think that is being set up.
Oh wait, no, not Fog. Maybe not. No,
Fog literally shows a black version of him.
No, it shows Arthur. It shows Arthur in the preview clip.
No. And in that Fog episode, it shows a black version of the Ghost.
It does. I thought that was Jinty.
Just Jinty pulling the ghost of Dominic.
And I hate how they get rid of ghosts just by talking to them. I don't know. It feels lazy.
What are they gonna do? Ghostbusters!
Yeah, just get Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Harold.
Literally, they're the ghost is terrorizing the island for a while, and then Mr. Zoro walks up. It's you don't have to pull this train, and then bam, everything.
Bugger off, and then it leaves.
Yeah, and then there's I know we're skipping ahead a bit again, but when the Break Van Ghost episode, Spectre, that's it.
Yeah.
When Spectre.
Douglas is just I hate you. You're terrorizing.
I hate that.
I hate that. Like, just because, I mean, the episode was suggested by a fan, and that's just such an easy way out. Just to have like, oh no.
And if you don't think I can kill you, watch me. Oh, thank God he left. I can't actually do it.
Not that. Just like when they're like, oh no, the ghost is attacking us. What will we do? And then the character's like, don't worry, I'll stand up to it. And everyone's like, what are you doing? And then he somehow saves the day.
Exactly.
I hate
No, I was even Douglas, the brake van was like when the brake van was like Douglas was saying to Donovan or whatever his name is. Dominic, that's what I meant.
Oh right, I thought you were calling Donovan. I'm like, what?
Oh my god. I thought she was seeing someone in our year. Yeah, I heard she was seeing Donovan. Nah, who is it? Is it Donovan, Neil? Because he's a nutter and we should warn well. It's someone. Is it Donovan? Oh, I can't think. Donovan? Let me think. Donovan? That guy. Donovan. What's his name? Was it Donovan, Neil? I'm trying to think who it was. Oh yeah, it was Donovan.
I mean, Ryan, I think we're at complete opposite ends of the spectrum here, because I love the Ghost episode. I think it's great.
I agree. I love it. But
yes,
You love everything he puts out.
I mean, yes, that's true. I mean, no,
like he can put out the laziest video ever, and you'd be like, "Oh my god, masterpiece!"
The Sodor shorts are basically.
To be fair, some of the Sodor shots, and you know, I prefer the stories to the shots.
I mean, obviously they're far superior.
Ghost, I thought Ghost was very, for me, Ghost was mediocre. It wasn't the worst, it wasn't the best.
Wait, is it as in the Sodor short with the Ghostbusters, or?
No. I meant
the actual episode. Okay, right, okay.
I meant the episode Ghost. It was very.
Okay. No, I love that episode. I think most people's opinion. I mean, I think it's the most viewed episode from season 1.
It's the most viewed video on his channel, with 891
views that I can only wish of achieving.
I'm actually not sure how many. It's a big number, but because I'm dumb, I can't read.
You can't.
It's a big number, but I can't read, so.
Whoops.
But I don't like those for the fact that.
Is it like your least favorite episode?
It's my least favorite episode of season 1 because you could say like, oh yeah, this is gonna be explained, but does it really take 3 seasons to explain why he has a weird number on the side of him? Like you could have just said in the episode, like, oh yeah, it's like I don't know if it was like to put a twist on. What a twist!
What a twist!
Like twist on the episode. But, like, oh, I wonder if it's just a ghost or Arthur. Well, he's pulling coaches. However, he does have this one number. It adds nothing, and it just kind of annoys me.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't like that bit where they're like, oh, what is this reasoning? And then they don't explain it until season 3.
I'm on the contrary. I'm on the contrary.
I don't think that's the right grammar, but whatever.
Like contrary means complete opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, but that's not how you word it. You would say, like, on the contrary, I think.
Whatever, moving on.
I was hoping we'd get 2 in 1. You know, 2 ghosts for the price of 1 episode.
I think that's what that episode, the fog episode, I think that's what that is.
And that's what I'm hoping for, because I enjoy it.
I mean, yes, I will. Wait, so Ryan, if this is your least favourite episode of season 1, what's your favourite episode? I'm frightened of it.
Legality. Legality is my favorite.
Okay, I love that episode as well.
Legality is so great because I don't know what's about it, but I really like the whole thing with like they have to learn
the law.
What's it called?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe because.
I mean, this pulls like a Sodor a new era. Like, I love that series because it adds stuff to the Railway series, and I think this works. So, like,
oh, that's another thing I want to address. Like, Victor adapts things from the Railway series, but he doesn't do it in like an obvious
flips
way.
On their heads and does something different.
Actually,
I really enjoyed that. I wasn't expecting that. And Legality, I think that's the best example of that. Incorporating
I agree.
A story.
Because I mean,
Right.
I'm not a huge fan of Thomas and Treble, but I mean this
I agree.
improved it so much.
Right.
I just feel like the episode. I feel like everything. Like he basically has like 3 different stories all in one episode, and I feel like these 3 stories in illegality like wrap together the best. If that makes
right.
sense.
What I don't like. No, like per se, the first episode per se is the weakest episode of that season. But it's
not. I love Percy.
No, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I mean, it's not the worst. It's near the bottom.
It's the weakest. Right, it's the weakest, but it's not my least favourite. It's not my least favourite.
Okay, right then. Wait, so what is your least favourite?
Yeah, what is your least favorite?
Right, this is because obviously, as we've stated, I love everything Victor Tantic puts out. So, but I was rewatching the episodes, and I think it's either cows or quarantine. Oh right, actually, Jinxton. It's either cows or quarantine. Those are the bottom 2 for me.
Okay, this works for me as well, because my least favourite is Quarantine. Like, it's my least favourite episode of Tugs, so him just ripping off the story and putting it in Tugs.
Quarantine is my top 5.
What?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
not of the entire series, but season 1.
Season 1, I mean, still no.
Exactly,
I
that's just
will not tolerate this.
I love cows in quarantine.
Oh no, I like the episode Cows, but I mean, Quarantine, no. I mean, I
agree.
I can still get enjoyment out of it, but God, I mean, I like the story of the Tugs episode, even though it's my least favourite episode of Tugs, because Tugs is great. I mean, yeah, because I know exactly what is going to happen, I'm just sort of like, yeah, okay, cool, move on.
Well, the thing is, I haven't seen Tugs, and so maybe that helps. I haven't seen the entirety of Tugs.
People who are die-hard fans of Tugs, which is probably why this series works so well for us.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but Quarantine is I don't really like Quarantine. I don't remember the specifics, but I really remember just really liking cows in Quarantine after I watched it. Even though, like, some of the episodes, like, after I finished, I was like, oh, that was a shit episode. But, like, after Quarantine, I was like, yeah, that was actually a really good episode.
Like Quarantine and another episode, the only ones that I feel, like, somewhat disappointed by.
Sting is the best episode of the season.
Sting? What do you mean? Sting is the most meh episode.
What? No. No.
What are you on about?
Sting is great. It's my favourite episode as well.
Thank you. Thank you. It agrees.
No,
Sting is the one where somebody burns a cigarette on the coach seat, right?
No.
No. That's
Carriages.
Yeah, that's Carriages.
No. Sting is the one with Colleen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
That's the one where Jeffrey comes.
Sting is still far from first. It's probably top 5 though.
No, it is top 1. It's
top 1. I mean, yeah, I love Sting. I mean, we'll probably. So.
And I what I love about Sting, I love the police force.
Yes,
of the railroad.
I mean, I don't like Joey that much, but I feel like just the fact that.
What do you mean? Joey's like my. Joey and like Mickey are some of my favorite characters.
No, I like Mickey. I don't like Joey. Joey's just annoying.
Joey was annoying for me until Thief, because I feel like.
Well, we're not talking about season 2, Ryan. We're talking about season 1. I was watching the twice of the video.
I know.
I love that sort of right.
I love that. Like the railway has its own like law and like court.
Same.
And stuff. It's got its own legal force. I love that. I think that's great.
Maybe I think this makes me dumb, but I had to watch Sting a lot of times. Maybe I wasn't just paying attention the first time, but I had to watch Sting twice to fully understand it. I was like, wait 1 second, what even happened? And then I watched it again. Oh yeah, that happened.
To understand.
Yeah, that's because I was multitasking and doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
But I mean, yeah, I love the episode. Okay, yeah, I mean, like we were saying, the police force. I would love. That's why the whatever Law and Order episode of like Sodor Shorts. I think that's by far and away the best.
Yeah, I mean,
possibly the best thing he's ever made, honestly. But
in the criminal justice system, railway-based offences are considered especially serious. On the island of Sodor, the dedicated detectives who investigate these troublesome felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Railway Inspectors Unit. These are their stories.
It probably is, to be fair, because I was rewatching it and it's very.
I find that episode hilarious. I think it's
if I had trains, which I don't, but if I did, I would create a series
about
just
police.
Joey and Mickey. With just Joey and Mickey.
That's what I want Victor's next,
Actually, Victor, do a mini-series about the police force.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just going to say. The mini-series that I want him to make is one about the police force and stuff.
Right, here's an idea. Get rid of Sodor Shorts and do a series.
Jeez, harsh much?
I mean, I don't like
No, don't take that the wrong way, Victor. Please don't take that the wrong way.
Victor, I don't watch Sodor Shorts, so I'd be perfectly fine with it. I'm just kidding.
No, I love the Sodor Shorts. I do, I love the Sodor Shorts. They're very funny and very entertaining. But I'm just saying, I'd love for you to do that.
Wouldn't that just be great, though? I mean, I would love that so much.
Exactly, see?
Just like Mickey and Joey going around, solving crimes and mysteries and stuff would be well good.
Exactly. And they only have to be the length.
That's why I'm looking forward to that, services episode of Season 3, because it's focusing around those, forces and stuff. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, I just love crime thrillers. I think that genre as a whole just works great. That's why Sting is so great for me.
And Sting's the best.
Now that we have clarified that Sting is the best episode of Season 1.
Which it is not.
No, shut up, Ryan.
I don't mind, no one likes you.
Okay, shut. I said before that there's 2 episodes that I find disappointing, one of them being Quarantine. Who would like to hazard a guess to see what the other one is?
Kyle was
Luck, because it's a shit finale.
No, you're both wrong. The one I find underwhelming is Passengers.
That was my favourite episode until Sting came out.
Oh no. See, my problem with it is that it's the only one that doesn't really have a particularly original. There's always 2 storylines per episode, and this is the only one where both of those storylines have something borrowed from the railway series or TV series or whatever.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
There's Gordon getting stuck on the hill, and then there's James and the bootblazers and stuff, and there's not much original apart from the Reginald v. Gordon storyline.
Passengers is whatever, it exists.
Well, yeah, I mean, I will only ever watch it if I'm doing a run through of the whole series. I will never just put it on because
I would.
Ooh.
But I've been kind of hinting at my thoughts on the final episodes, Jinxed and Luck, because they're basically one episode.
Yeah, okay, so basically, it's the adaptation of the episode Jinxed, which many consider to be the best episode of Tugs. And it's basically Stanley, is that his name? That guy that was smoking a cigarette in the Railway series. He's the Boomer counterpart, and then everybody else is oh, you're not Jinxed, but I mean, he is. I mean, the evidence is all there, and then they find a solution.
Yeah,
but there's no reason why he's Jinxed. There's no whatever.
Oh,
but
I mean, that's my big complaint. There's no actual explanation, why.
He didn't do anything. It's not. You know what they could have done? They could have said he was the cause of death in people in the First World War, and so that's why he's Jinxed.
That he served in the war. That is his own thing.
That's actually it. Yeah.
But I feel that is just not a good finale. Like, after I watched it, I wasn't like, oh, that was a great season. I was like, really, Victor? You end it with that episode?
That's why I like the episode Luck more, because, I mean, I think Jinx is okay, but, I mean, again, it's just a retelling of the episode Jinx from Tugs, so, I mean, it's very predictable.
The problem for me is the ending.
Of Luck?
Of Luck.
No, see, I like Luck.
Okay, the ending of Luck, the ending of the entire season is the most bullshit ever. He points out a continuity error, says, oh, I'm getting old, and then ends the entire season.
Okay, hang on.
That pisses me off so much.
I want to talk about Luck. So, I think I like it because it goes into this whole, I guess, backstory behind the lamp, and I like seeing the history of these characters and how they got. Like, I love the bit where those two dudes like steal a van or something. And crash. Like, again, although that does use one of my most hated things in the series, the use of the lucky lamp saving the day, but it's basically the story behind the lucky lamp, so I'm okay with it in this episode. And I like the bit where my favourite bit is in that scene when they get rumbled and you're like, oh no, someone's seen us, and they say Scheisse, and there's no subtitle for that. But that's because
wait, what's that yellow narrow gauge engine? I think it's Andreas.
Yeah, Andreas.
Andreas is such a Barney. He's just always quick to point out something stupid.
Just a pessimist. Okay, yeah, that's true. But where was I? The bit where they say Scheisse, there's no subtitle, but that's because it's the German word for shit. And then you get to Stories of War, and like Adam's just dropping an F-bomb in the middle of an episode.
Yeah, actually not with the last episode, so.
So, I mean, yeah, I love that whole section. I think the history behind it, I mean, I'm fine with just a historical episode, but the fact that it focuses on Lucky Lamp, I'm not as big a fan of, but I'm okay with it. I'm able to look past that.
I like Untitled. I like Duke in this, actually, as well.
Yeah, okay, hang on. This has just made me think of, in Legality, there's that bit where, him and Edward are like talking about history and all like current things like Amelia Earhart or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like that they're constantly like, if he needs some sort of dialogue to fill a scene, he'll just go like, boom, here's some like stuff that's happening at the time. Like, I mean, there's a few circumstances where I don't mind.
Oh, what do you mean? I love that. I feel like that's way more realistic. That's what engines would do. They would talk about current events and like politics. That's one of my favorite parts.
If it's more like relevant, but they're talking about like Amelia Earhart. What's that got to do with like Hitler and like World War II?
Thomas and Percy were discussing.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they never like. I don't know where this takes place, but I was always kind of thinking like 1936. I'm surprised they never talked about the 1936 Olympics, especially since it was in Germany.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, I mean, I like it, and my favourite bit in that episode where like Thomas and Percy are talking about the World War and stuff, the bit where Thomas is like, oh, so what do you think of that Hitler bloke? And it's like, oof, little did I know.
Hitler bloke?
Yeah, that's what they say. Like,
what do you make of this Hitler bloke?
I know, but that thinking, like, just imagine after the war.
Pulling the episode up right now, literally.
I mean, there's other circumstances where I don't mind it, like the bit in Sting, when Gordon's like, oh, did you hear the news over the radio? And then Edward's like, I knew it, Germany's invaded Poland or something.
I knew it!
Yeah, and then...
Oh yeah, wait, Edward was like, they were like having a conversation. I don't know when it takes place, but it's like way before 1939. And it was like, oh, did you hear the news? Oh, Germany finally invaded Poland. I knew it. And then he's like, oh no, we lost a cricket game to Australia.
I mean,
of course, Victor would put that in.
Oh yeah, I remember he's Australian.
I relate to Edward in that bit.
Way to state the obvious.
I relate to Edward, and he's like, you know what? I don't care about sport. It's stupid. I mean, relate.
Okay, surprise, surprise! I have a trivia game ready.
Oh wow! Okay. Right, fun.
So there's 10 questions, and you each need a buzzer. So pick your buzzer.
Okay,
Right, we're doing a trivia on Victor Tanzik's series or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a trivia on Stories of Sodor.
Okay, and
I will read that. Don't dive in.
Okay, so...
Oh, I am trying, you boy.
Okay, so my buzzer is... Oof. Nice and simple.
My buzzer is whatever comes out my mouth.
No, it isn't. You have to pick one.
It's R.
Oh.
Okay.
It's like...
Now it doesn't matter. Now it doesn't matter which one of you say it first.
No, wait, no, mine's beep. I want mine to be beep.
Okay, you say beep, I'll say oof.
It doesn't matter which one says it first. It matters which one I hear first.
Right, let's go. Ryan's Big Stories of Sodor quiz.
Question 1. What was the name of the truck shunted into the back of Percy in episode 1?
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay, Will Thomas.
Colleen.
Correct.
Ooh.
I'm doing Will Thomas's voice he does for like Thomas trivia.
Correct.
Question 2. What was the building on fire in Luck?
Oof.
Barney?
Was it a work shed?
Nope.
Oh,
It was the shop. It was a corner shop.
No, you have to put on your buzzer.
Beep.
Okay, what do you think it was?
It was a corner shop.
Oh, oof.
Nope.
Oof.
Yes, Barney?
Wasn't it like a barber's shop?
Barney gets it correct.
What? How did you get that?
I remembered briefly. It was like you saying shop, and I was like, okay, I know it wasn't like that. It was just like some specific type of shop, and it's all barbers.
I'm gonna look this up.
Okay, no, it is a barber shop. I checked all of these answers.
Oh, right, never mind.
They are all correct.
Correct.
Oh yes, it was a barber shop. I've checked.
Okay, no checking, by the way. That's cheating.
Absolutely.
I won't.
Question 3. Who sent the ghost away in the episode Ghost? Oof. Barney.
Mr. Zorro.
Correct. Question 4. So that leaves Barney with 2 points and Will with 1. Will, I'm disappointed in you. Here's the easiest question. Here's the easiest question in the entire thing. What are the engines from the LMS Railway also referred to as?
Beep, beep, beep.
I heard Barney first.
Yeah.
What? No. I don't think so.
I heard Barney first. I said it doesn't matter who says it first. It matters.
You didn't. That's bull. That is bull.
Barney? Barney?
The middies.
Okay, Barney has 3,
Yeah.
and Will has 1.
If I wasn't family friendly PG clean, I would swear at you right now.
Okay, question 5. What episode was Eric introduced?
Beep, beep, beep.
Will Thomas.
Thank you. It was goods.
Scheisse.
Correct. So that's 2 for irrelevant Will, and 3 for Boney. Okay, this is probably the hardest one. In the episode Fire, which character said, "Speak the devil's name," and he appears?
Beep, 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 beep.
Boney.
Thomas.
No, you absolutely.
Oh wait, what was it, Boney?
Thomas.
Correct.
Because Edward's like, we're waiting for Thomas for like those workmen or something, and he's like, speak the
That's
devil's
not
name and he will
fair.
pay you.
That is not fair. That's mean.
Will's raging reviews.
I hate you. I literally hate you.
Question 7. In Goods, what was Edward referred to as in the paper?
Beep, beep, beep.
No.
Will Thomas.
Old iron.
Correct. So that's 1, 2, 3 for Will Thomas, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for Boney. We are in the final 3 questions. Question 8. Where did Reginald break down in Passengers?
Oof.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yes, Will Thomas?
Barrow.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 4 and 4. That's a tie so far. Question 9. What are the names of the 2 men wanting Toby for scrap?
Oof.
Beep, 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 beep.
That's Boney. That goes to Boney.
Burke and Black.
No, it doesn't.
Burke and Black.
Yes, it does. What engine did the bull scare in the climax
Beep, beep,
of
beep, beep,
Cows?
beep, beep, beep.
Yes, Will?
Colin.
No, oof, oof.
No,
oof.
that's Barney.
He said the climax, so it's Diesel.
Correct.
Yes, I win.
No, not that. No, that.
I clearly said climax of Cows.
No, you didn't.
Yes, he did.
In the climax.
I hate you. No,
I can't believe Barney won that. I thought it was going to be a tie.
I want another
question.
Oh, he's getting.
No, you didn't. No, you. Okay, let me write it down. Will Thomas got 4 right.
That's not fair.
And Boner got 6 right. And there's a 2-point difference between that. That means Boney got 2 more right than you did, and
yeah, because he buzzed before me.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how the game works.
That's a bull.
Oh, well, it's okay. Don't worry.
We'll take a breather, Jesus. It's just a trivia game I wrote 3 days ago.
When we come back to record the review for season 2, whenever we do it, or whenever we do more Victor Tantic stuff, I expect more quizzes. Or just,
okay, cool.
Or whenever you're on the show, just quizzes, please.
I want to.
Whenever Ryan,
I want another chance.
Yeah, you'll get it in the season 2 review.
Yeah, when are we doing that?
I don't know.
When Barney gets off his ass.
Whenever I decided we should do another Victor Tantic review.
I love it. I love the series. I love the show. I love the channel. Yeah.
Okay, wait. And then, in that case, if we're talking about that, then I have something to say.
And I love season 1. I love it. It's great.
I really love the series, even though I've been talking shit about it the entire review. Those are my only.
I love it as well. I think it's. Yeah,
like really, I've just been mentioning the negatives. Anything that I haven't mentioned really is great.
Oh yeah, voice.
So Victor Tanzik. If you're watching this, keep it up.
Listening, I mean, this is spoilers for season 2. I'm not a huge fan of season 2. I mean, I think season 2 is okay. I'm not massive on Stories of War, but I'm loving season. Actually, I haven't mentioned. This review is out because we're about halfway through season 3 of the Stories of War.
We're currently at choices.
Yeah, and that's like okay. So by the time you guys are hearing this,
we'll be halfway through. Later today.
Yeah, today isn't an episode coming out today.
Yep.
Yeah, by the time you guys hear this, we will be exactly halfway through season 3.
We will be at nationalisation.
No, amends is what.
Amends. We will be at amends.
And basically, I'm loving season 3 so far. I think it's.
But me and Ryan will not be at amends because I still hate him.
Oh, nice. So yeah, how do you guys feel about season 3, seeing as we're here? I mean, I'll talk about it in my review.
We'll talk about it in a review, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, and I'll talk about it in my series, fandom film and rewards of this year. So while we're here, how do you guys feel about it?
Season 3 is by far the best season so far.
Yes, I agree.
I am in that mindset, but who knows? My opinion could change.
I feel like it's just like I'm not sure. It'll have to end first.
Yeah, exactly.
But I know it's better than season 1. Just like the writing is more developed. I don't know about season 2 yet.
He's not doing any of the weird stuff so far, like romance and stuff. That hasn't been particularly heavy. So.
Oh yeah, that was super huge in season 2.
And he's only used the lucky lamp once. I didn't like how he used it, but he used it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving it so far. About final ratings for the season.
I'm gonna give the entire season a 7 out of 10.
Oh wow, that's lower than I thought. Okay, Will.
Barney, no, you first.
No, I'm the host.
I don't care. You're going first.
No.
All right, then I guess I'll go first.
Yeah.
I say 9.5.
Okay, so that's a 10.
Wait, no, I'd say 9.9.95.
Okay, so 10.
5 and above, give it a shot.
And I would give it an 8. So, that is the end of the review, guys. Thank you very much to Will Thomas 199 and Wooden Row Remix and Reviews for joining me for this video.
Thank you for having us. It's been great. It saves me.
Don't speak for us. I really hated this. I was forced to do this by Boney. and I hated it every
Ryan's
second of
tied
it.
up with a gun pointed to his head.
He literally had a gun to the back of my head. My eyes were peeled open, and I was strapped to a chair, and I had to watch all the entire series. So.
I mean, yeah, hopefully, I want to get you guys back for other reviews, not just the Stories of Sodor reviews. Hopefully we'll get you into some more.
Yes, well, you will.
So yeah, go subscribe to these guys. Ryan.
Go subscribe to me, I'm the superior being.
Ryan's doing...
He has like 3 videos.
Ryan's been getting back into making content recently, and Will's doing something.
I'm working on it. I'm working on an Edward the Blue Engine movie. There you go.
Okay, well, there you go. You heard it here. So yeah, that's all from us. I've been Barney, Ryan's been Ryan, and Will's been Will, and we'll see you all later.
I have not been Will. How dare you assume my gender?
That's a great note to end on.
That is great.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Of the All Nighter Club podcast.
No, we've got the wrong Will.
Yes, this is the
all new night. This is the new All Nighter Club podcast.
And so ends another review. Thank you for watching, and thank you again to WillThomas199 and Wooden Rari Remix and Reviews for joining me. Their channel will be linked in the description. And tell me, guys, what you think of this new way of doing the reviews. It allows a longer runtime, so that means there's more discussion to be had and more fun to be had by all. So tell me what you think. And the results of the poll in the option that won is The Scotsman Returns the Little Westerner, which I have never seen, which is why I chose it as an option, because, you know, I've heard good things about it from most people, so it should be pretty good. Don't know who's going to be joining me, but you know, we'll see. In the very least, someone will be with me. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.